You know how sometimes something happens that you kind of felt like at one point was the worst case scenario? Like, if this particular thing happened, that would be the lowest of the low. And you absolutely rue the possibility of that thing happening. Maybe you put it on a pedestal, essentially, in some ways, as the most negative thing that could happen, like a hell's pedestal. And then it happens. And you experience the shitstorm that you thought it would be. And maybe everything plays out exactly as you thought it was going to play out. And the outcome is exactly what you thought it would be. And then you go through it. And it sucks. And for a while, it does really suck. But eventually it passes, and you realize, that wasn't even that bad. Now maybe that concept is kind of hard to hear for people that are going through something that really sucks right now, or maybe that's actually never happened to you and it sounds completely ridiculous to say something like that. But the truth of the matter is that if you ever do go through something like that, you'll get through it. You'll get over it. Even if that happens to be the worst case of all scenarios, which is death, you'll get through it. Your energy will end up in another place, and, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it totally ceases. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I've personally found that not to be the case. But even if it does completely just cease, and there's nothing on the other side, it's utter silence, you got through it. It's over. You're not feeling that anguish anymore. The truth is that what we are really the most afraid of is the feeling. That feeling of fear. That feeling of something's on the other side. And the angst when we're going through it to get to that other side. But once it happens, once it's over, even if you're completely financially deprived, even if all of your loved ones are gone, even if there is no functional existence on the other side, that anguish is over. That pain has ceased. It's our grip to those things that really cause us fear. It's that fear of the fear. It's the fear of the occurrence of what's going to happen that's actually causing us pain. I talk a lot about concepts of the law of attraction and the other 7 hermetic principles on this channel quite a lot, and I probably will more in the future as well because they matter a lot to me, and they are a deeply rooted part of my personal philosophy and how I live my life. I believe that the projection of importance is what causes the most anguish and causes us to ignore the present and the benefits that are around us all the time, the positives that are constantly around us. I think that by projecting importance, we force ourselves to feel this pain when we are anticipating something of great anguish to happen, or we're anticipating something of positivity to happen. We're desiring something, and then it doesn't happen. It's our clinging to that importance that really causes us the most pain. It's taken me a long time to understand what hermetics and yogis and other people of spiritual practice mean when they talk about letting go of importance. Maybe you're trying to manifest something into your life, be that material, an event, some other kind of happenstance, a person. It's easy for us to get locked into this perpetual misunderstanding of what desire is and what is importance and where should we put our importance and where should we put our desire. It gets really confusing, and I understand that 100% because I'm just now coming out of this fog of misunderstanding. And I think the truth is that it's impossible to get rid of desire. Desire and intention are locked hand in hand. That said, it's not impossible to let go of importance without letting go of desire. Your desire will be present in all of the intentions that you set. Your desire will be present in all of the actions that you take. So you shouldn't fear desire. You should simply let go of your importance of it. The greatest masters of reality are not the ones who are constantly in control of everything that's happening. They're not always avoiding bad situations and surrounded by absolute wealth and the most positive, the most abundant feelings all the time. The greatest masters of their reality are the people that control their reactions. Masters of their reality are people that might still have bad things happen to them now and then, but they're not letting their emotions completely go out of whack because of these things that happen. They're allowing things to happen. And if it's negative, they're letting them go. If it's positive, they're appreciating them and letting them go. But nothing is overwhelming them. Nothing is overcoming them with such powerful emotion that they're essentially crippled and that they're no longer in control. The thing about the nature of 3D reality is that things are happening on a delayed basis. I'll probably talk a little bit more in the future about the mirror principle and how the way that things work out in this reality is that what you do now, what you feel now will manifest later on, if that makes sense. If you look into a mirror, the mirror is foggy and it seems to be working on a delay. And that's essentially how this reality works. By staying present, by maintaining a sense of gratitude, and by not allowing the negatives to overwhelm you and to control you, that is what makes you a master of reality. That's what makes you a person that acts based on intention and not based on emotion, not based on desire. You're not clinging to some kind of outcome. You believe that things are happening exactly as you want them to. That ultimately, these outcomes are going to be positive for you. It's a belief system. Guys, I know the concepts of desire and intention and essentially letting go of everything are really hard to understand and really hard to essentially manipulate for your own benefit. But I hope this video has been helpful. This is a topic that I'm really starting to understand a lot more, and so I'm probably going to talk a lot more about it in the future. So if that's something that's interesting to you, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little notification bell so you know when my videos come out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here. Bing! And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye. 初夏の